welcome to the city of Inverness and the River Ness to my left or behind me. Today I'm going to be taking Caledonian Sleeper down to London Euston. It certainly is very beautiful in the as the sun is setting in the late afternoon here, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to my ride down to London. I have travelled Caledonian Sleeper before from Fort William down to London Euston, so it'd be nice to compare how this run will be with that one. I'm in a classic room, so no ensuite, but nevertheless I'm looking forward to a very good sleep after a weekend of playing sport, and then yeah, waking up in London. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes. It's time I cross back over the river, get back to the station and find something to eat. This really is a wonderful little footbridge. Apparently, if you get a small group of you, you can jump up and down about a third of the way along and make the whole bridge go into a sine wave. Right, here we are at the station. We'll take a closer look in a bit, but first I need to get off and get something to eat. In the meantime, let's have a look at our route for today. Our service is scheduled to depart Inverness at 20:45, and there will be many pickups as we pass through the Cairngorms and then down through Perth, Stirling and Falkirk. The train reverses at Edinburgh, where it also picks up sections from Aberdeen and Fort William, and then finally we head off down through England, past Preston and Crewe, and arrive in London Euston at 07:49, giving us a total journey distance of 588 miles, and it'll take us just over 11 hours. Okay, well I'm all fed and watered, so let's get to the station. The station itself is a wonderful example of 1960s architecture, but all the facilities you'd need are here. On the right hand side of the concourse area is a staffed ticket office and also a W8 Smiths. There's a small bank of ticket machines in the centre, and in the very far distance, beyond the photo-me booths, is actually some toilets and a left luggage office. And then the area is completed with provision of a costa, a small pub and a heated waiting room. I've picked up my bag from the left luggage office, which closes at 8, which means therefore I've still got a little bit of time to kill before we are called forward for the train. Inverness provides southbound services to Perth, Edinburgh, Glasgow and ultimately London. Also eastbound to Aberdeen, north to Wick and westbound along to the Kyle of Lacalsh. The eastern frontage of the station acts as the current dropping off point. Our sleeper train is being readied alongside platform 1, with the staff all doing their pre-departure paperwork. Sleeper services have been running down the West Coast Main Line since 1873. But these Mark V sleeper coaches have only been in service since 2019. And very nice they look too. Well, this is my coach, but let's go up the front and have a look at the motive power. And with that, here's the direct train from London King's Cross coming into platform. Up front we've got two locomotives. The Class 73, which dates all the way back to the 1960s, and at the front a much newer Canadian-built Class 66. My host has done the check-in on the platform, so now I can board. That was handy. So we are in the classic compartment. Room. Reasonably basic, just a couple of beds. Very comfy pillows though, look. There's some extra goodies. I've already ordered a nice cup of Earl Grey for my breakfast. Caledonian Sleeper towel. small bin. This is where you get the wacky little table comes out. Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll work that out when I've got two hands. Mirrors, water. Look at that. Fantastic. Key card, my phone. Every bed has got. So you've got window light, very nice. Don't want to call the host. Power supplies. And a couple of USBs, so certainly you won't go uncharged. Back at the head end, there's yet another USB volume knob, I guess. I know, dimming light, marvellous. On-off light, yeah. Woo. Let's keep it bright for now. Reading light. Hot and cold control. And then up top, not quite as much. No heat control, but you've got reading lights up there as well. And the overall room light and the USB. Okay, there's space under here. But I can't be doing grubbing about down there for me, so my case is just lobbed on the spare bed. Yeah, blackout blind. I'm confident that's going to work because I've been in one of these before. And there you go. That's basically our classic room, which I'm quite looking forward to sleeping in because I'm quite tired. And oh, I do like this. They've got the hangers, but they've got a little flock covering on them, so that even if you don't use them, they will be very quiet as the train moves. Nice touch. I like that. Final thing I missed out is tucked away in this corner is a couple of small bottles of Highland Spring. There they are. And so that's basically it. I shall take you to the toilet a bit later on, but now I'm going to settle myself in and then see about whether or not I can get down the club car and enjoy a bottle of beer. Right, well, before we get going, let's do the loo review. And as you can see, the words compact and bijou come to mind straight away. So we're probably best to look at the facilities before you can go in and close the door. So, soap is currently actually a bottle of Carex, but the water works with the dryer. Everything's fine. Step inside. Nice clear lock. Very, well, it does feel like an aeroplane toilet. But yeah, everything is working because I just used it recently. And yeah, everything's fine. Well, I'm back from a little walk down the platform to inquire about the club car, and yes, it's priority boarding for first class passengers at the moment, and I'm kind of in classic, which isn't deemed first class. So they said I'm basically embargoed from going there until 9:30. Well, given that we leave at 8:45, which is in 15 minutes, so I've just got to wait for about an hour before I can pop down there and we can have a nightcap. Not long to wait really, just going to chill out here and you know, enjoy my classic room. Something else I forgot to look at was the little sleep kit that you get provided. So rather than grub about one-handed, I will transform this packet into the contents. An eye mask, some soap and some earplugs. I should be using the soap, but I won't need the eye mask or the earplugs because I sleep very well on trains, and besides the blackout blind is pretty good. Yeah, and I'm okay. The noise doesn't bother me. So cool. There you go. Incidentally, if you're travelling in a group of more than two, you can actually have adjacent cabins, and as you can see, you can have it so that the door is open between the two cabins. So if there was a group of 4 of you, or if you came with some kids,
then you could have your rooms connecting like that. Very handy.
And we depart spot on time at 20:45. Right, let's go and get ourselves a beer. As these coaches are very modern, they come with route finder displays at each end of the carriage. And here's the club car. And just as you enter the club car, there's accessible seating on the right, and on the left are the quirky single stool seats. This one looks like a great spot if there's a gang of you. Right, I've got myself a beer and it's time to kick back for a bit. I love the look and design of these seats, but they're not quite as comfortable as they appear. No doubt the club car would be far busier in high summer when we'd still get some views of the Cairngorms rolling past. I think it was a good idea coming for a nightcap because I doubt I could have got to sleep any earlier, as the track north of Perth is pretty rough. Lovely to see these Caledonian Sleeper touches. Right, while we're passing, let's have a quick look at the accessible toilet. All very clean and all very accessible.
We passed Blair Athol and we're on time, and it's about 11:15, so I'm going to get some sleep because I'm probably going to be awake at about 6. So it's time to put the blind down. So I'll check in again in the morning. Good night. Just north of Lake Buzzard, and I had a very good night's sleep. The duvet is really nice, it's really snuggly, and the bed very comfortable. I got a little tap on the door and the lady brought me my cup of tea and also a little oat bar. But I've got a few other things to eat for breakfast anyway that I had in my bag, so I think I'm going to be okay. It's just 7:05 now, and yes, I'll be off the train in an hour, so I'm just going to enjoy my cup of tea, turn the light off so that I can watch the beautiful countryside going by.
So now I'm awake, let's talk about pricing. Pricing for the Caledonian Sleeper does vary widely depending on the day of the week you travel or how far in advance you book. I've seen classic rooms prices range from £180 to £270, and club rooms from £215 up to an eye-watering £385. I was able to get a full third off my classic room, which therefore came in at £118.80. So now we're approaching London Euston. Time for a few final thoughts. For me, the classic room did not disappoint. The accommodation was comfortable, the duvet was very snuggly, and I slept extremely well. And I certainly have to remark that every single member of staff on the team was helpful and kind throughout the journey from start to finish. I think the direction of travel helped, as most of my sleeping was done on the very smooth tracks between Edinburgh and London. I'm not sure if I would have appreciated being jolted awake just north of Perth. And of course, another thing that happened while we were asleep, we picked up a Class 92 electric locomotive on the front. One thing that Caledonian Sleeper fails to provide is a service of a shower at London Euston. The showers are out of commission and have been for quite some time, and I don't think there's any rush by Serco to bring them back into use. And that's a real shame, because it would be great to now freshen up. So that's it, we climbed the ramp into London Euston proper, just in time to enjoy the beauty of the wonderful modernist brutalist concourse. Thank you for watching this journey from Inverness to London. If you've experienced the Caledonian Sleeper yourself, then I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel, as I release a new trip report every Friday. But in the meantime, it's goodbye from London Euston, and thanks for watching.